goes to Jesus Christ, amen? Because without him, none of this would be possible. This has been quite the journey, and let me tell you, boy, have the arrows flown like never before. But there's a reason for that. And I keep going back to 2 years ago when we were in that Bible study group, Janine Lawson. We were studying the book of Esther for such a time as this. We've all been called for such a time as this. And boy, are we at a crossroads. We're at a crossroads like never before in our nation's history. But I'm hopeful for tomorrow. Look at the crowd here tonight. Look at the crowd everywhere we go. Their nasty attacks, their dark money will never drown the American spirit. Never. When people ask, why are you running for Congress? It's simple, guys. We live in the greatest country in the history of the world. You saw my family come up on this stage. I am so proud to be the daughter of immigrants. Mommy, Papi, we're one day closer to victory. I get choked up every time I see Old Glory because that flag represents freedom. That flag represents liberty, unmatched, unparalleled. So why are we running? Because we have to take our country back, yes? We have to take our country back. It's insane that we're talking about jailing parents for protecting their children. Who would have thought that we would be having that conversation? But that is how radical, how extreme today's liberal progressive Democrat Party has become. God has blessed my husband and I with 2 children, Ariana and Nacy. Those are my babies. My babies. And we do not and never will co-parent with the federal government. It's insane that you have to be over 18 years of age to get in a tanning bed. But it's okay for a 12, 13-year-old to mutilate their bodies. Where are the adults? Where are the grown-up in the room? We're sending a message loud and clear tomorrow because it seems like they didn't hear it last November when the Commonwealth of Virginia turned red. We've had enough of a government that keeps growing every single day. Our founding fathers intended for government to work for the people, to represent the people. But that's not what's happening under this administration. They've lost sight of what matters, that we running for office are public servants and that you all are the bosses and you're in charge. So if you're not happy with the current administration, if you want to see change, boy, we gotta flood the polls tomorrow, folks. We're sick and tired of a government telling us how to live our lives, how to spend our money, and how to raise our children. We've seen the heavy hand of government interfering in our daily lives like never before. Do you all recall when they closed our churches down? Yeah. But they kept the liquor stores open? Yeah. You recall what they did to our children? Yeah. How are those studies now for you all? Those scores coming back talking about the loss in learning, the psychological, the mental damage. But they want us to forget about all of that. But there's no way we're going to forget. No way we're going to forget. We're going to get out there, we're going to vote, and we're going to bring 10 friends to vote too. We are a nation of laws. We are a nation of law and order. You all remember what they did to the brave men and women of law enforcement? They demonized them. That's right, they abandoned them. But now they call themselves friends of law enforcement. My opponent now all of a sudden is for the police. But she was silent for 2 years when they were physically and verbally assaulted. We have some cameras here. They love to fact check everything I say. Abigail Spanberger has voted with Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi 100% of the time. That is a fact. That is a fact. There is nothing moderate about somebody who has that kind crossroads, ready for government to work for us. You all are not asking for unreasonable things. You want more of your hard-earned money in your pockets, yes? You want an education system that teaches our children, not one that indoctrinates them. You want safety and security in your communities, right? That's why I'm so proud to be a member of the Grand Old Party that has always fought and stood for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. For all Americans. You see, we're past the point of I'm a Republican. We're past the point of I'm a Democrat. This is about being an American. And if you're an American and you love this country, by God, do what you've never done. Help us knock on doors tomorrow. Help us make phone calls and push people to the polls. I'm so thankful for this country because it's given me everything. My parents fled war-torn El Salvador, fleeing the Civil War. And they came to America with nothing but the clothes on their back. Through hard work and humility, my parents have realized the American dream. And because of my parents, I'm fighting to keep the American dream alive for my children and their children and your children. And despite what the other side says about America being racist, despite what the other side says about America being oppressive, I tell them, look at my face and read my story. You'll never forget it. We all make this country so special. We all make this country so beautiful. So it's been an honor to storm the 7th District, getting to know you, getting to know your families. I tell you, it's such a surreal feeling when you're driving down the road and you see your name all over the place. I think about the people that live in those homes that I've never met. I think about their story, their struggles, their challenges. And I'm reminded that I've been called for such a time as this, to rise and to stand up for truth and righteousness. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for your support. I can feel it, and tomorrow at about an hour or so around this time, we're going to be getting results and we're going to be celebrating because victory shall be ours. Thank you. Where are our veterans? Can we see our veterans? Can we hear it for our veterans? Thank you for your service, for your dedication to our great nation. I know we have law enforcement in the house as well. Can we hear it for law enforcement? Thank you. We have your back every single day, not just when it's election season. Thank you for your service and for your commitment as well to keeping our community safe. Real quick, to my husband, where did you go? To my children, you all are my why, and you all are the reason why I fight the way that I fight. I know it's been a rough few months, but I want to thank you for having my back, Renee. I want to thank my kids for being my biggest cheerleaders, my biggest motivators, and for blocking out all the noise. I am so proud to be your mother. And in just a few hours, I say, Mommy's going to bring another victory home. So without further ado, it is my privilege, my honor to introduce to you all a man that works so hard, a man that didn't just make campaign promises, but that is actually delivering on those campaign promises. It's my honor to introduce to you Virginia's 74th governor, Glenn Youngkin, and his beautiful wife, Suzanne Youngkin.